What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again, doing a little overview for you. This one here today, this one loaned to me courtesy of Mind of Milton. Y'all go check his channel out. Great dude, member of the support group, and he's got a pretty nice collection. He's got some pretty really classy stuff, I would say. This is the Doc Shiffer knives. Ooh. Recon version 3. Pretty neat knife, man. I've got to spend a little bit of time with this one. Definitely going back to Milton. Haven't hard used it, did cut test, anything like that. So that's why I'm saying this is pretty much going to be like an overview of it, and more or less, and not really like a review. Camera's kind of getting tricky with that frag pattern right there, huh? Oh, there you go, focus, buddy. But yeah, this one's pretty neat. Doc Shiffer knives, and definitely correct me in the comments. Could very well be wrong. I did some looking into it. Not too much information. The information I could find, so he's been making knives since 2000, I believe. So 26 years now. He's been making knives. It's been, if you're watching this, in 2026 when it's released. But this one, the Recon version 3, of course, 2 other versions of it. And he made a bunch of prototypes, and the eventual one that he stuck with that came out of the wash, he named the Recon. Very small batch, USA made, definitely all in-house. And from what I gather, this would be more like a mid-tech. Not sure if this would be considered a custom. He does definitely do some different versions of this one. And from what Skelton said, I watched Skelton's review, a couple of other things I found on it. He does some what he would consider mid-tech or more not full custom. He does the machine grinding, so he puts the blade in like a vise or something, uses a grinder to kind of shape the blade grind. The ones he does all hand, charges more money for, and those are essentially customs. That's my take on it. If you guys have a different take, please let me know in the comments. Either way, Doc Shiffer knives, pretty neat, all USA made. I believe it's 2 guys now, because when I went to their website, if the B-roll is on here, whenever I went to their website and looked them up on docshifferknives.com, that'll be linked down there for if you guys want to go check them out. These aren't very readily available. He does have some models available. I'm sure with Blade Show coming up, they'll probably be there, would be my guess. But yeah, let's get into it. We'll go ahead and do some measurements on it, I guess, first off, right off the bat. So right out of the gate, tip of the blade to the end of the handle, 7 inches overall on this one. Overall blade length, I'm calling that 3 inches to the back of the choil right there. And tip of the blade to the choil, cutting edge, right around 2 7/8. Does have a lot of belly there, so I call that 2 7/8. So medium size knife, I guess. I mean, it feels full size in hand. Just depends on what you would categorize that size of your hands. I wear a large glove. I think I have medium size hands, definitely not large hands. I don't have teeny tiny hands, but yeah, it feels pretty good in my hand anyway. Let's do some size comparisons. This is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Always try to get the lighting to where it doesn't reflect, and lighting is like my worst enemy. So hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. This is kind of still doing the crude setup here in the house. Don't have the shed built yet, so hopefully when I get a full kind of area to do these reviews in, it'll be more palatable, I guess. Was that the word for it? That is the Spyderco Para 3. So right around Para 3 size. Actually, the Para 3 a little bit longer. If you go from the butt of the knife to the tips, Para 3 actually a little bit longer. The Recon version 3, though, definitely more cutting edge than the Spyderco Para 3. And Spyderco Paramilitary 2, they're right around the same cutting edge. Maybe if you go by length, it's got less cutting edge than the Paramilitary 2. But as far as that belly goes, I would say it's right around the same as the Paramilitary 2. I'll do a couple more here for size comparisons, just to give you an idea. That is the Demco Knives 8020. That's the 8020S. And this is the Hinder Knives XM18, the Skinner blade shape on that one. And let's see, as far as knife size comparisons go, this one, and I don't know if it's the handle pattern, frag pattern in the handle or not, but reminds me a lot of that one. That is the McNeese PM Mac 2. That's a 3.5 inch, so very close to that. McNeese 3.5 inch, a little bit longer a little bit more cutting edge, but overall, that's very reminiscent of that. So it gave me vibes of that right out the gate, and a lot of differences, but aesthetically, I mean, definitely, I would say some similarities, right? I mean, the blade shape's different, you know, studs, opening holes, definitely differences. That flipper tab, the thinness of it, go ahead and show you that it is fairly thin, especially compared to the Mac 2 right there. So overall, pretty thin the handle, but whenever you grab it, whenever you're actually holding it, it definitely feels like a full size knife for sure. Let's see, one more. Was I going to do regular objects size comparison? That's a Sharpie, and that's a Bic. Yeah, so there you go. If you don't own any of those knives, I'm sure you know what a Sharpie and a Bic, what size those are. All right. All right. So that's it for size. Let's do weight on this bad boy. And again, I didn't do any cutting at all with it. Just kind of flicked it, carried it a little bit. So just kind of getting some general specs here in case, you know, whenever he does a drop, maybe if you guys are interested on the Recon version 3, 3.3 ounces, pretty light, I would say. Right there at the ounce and inch ratio, a little bit over it, but not by too much. Let's check out the inside here. See if we got any milling. No. Whoa, that is super bright. That's even brighter. Good Lord. All right. Well, maybe we should do the whisper mode. Or yeah, there we go. Wow. All right. Yeah, no internal millings. All. So these aren't scales. This is the frame, right? It's frame lock. But yeah, not really much for internal milling to speak of there at all. Doesn't really matter though. I mean, it's not the first vibe I get off of this one isn't that it's a heavy knife. So I wouldn't say it's even necessarily needed for this one. Let's see. I'm gonna do a hardware check. Where is my? This is a T8, and very gently just check the screw. Yeah, that's a T8, and I don't want to scratch it in any kind of way. This is Milton's and not mine. So I always try to, that's a T8 also on the pivot, by the way. Always try to be respectful of other people's stuff, despite the T20 that I stripped out for Lanyard Man, and despite the Sabenza that I snail trailed that Eddie loaned me. I'll never hear the end of that one. He even tried to send it in for a spa day for him, but no, he wanted to keep it like it was. Yeah, anyway, T8 all the way around. That's really cool. Single-sided captive pivot. Nice frame lock there. Not really, the frame isn't really, look at it, isn't like up any. You don't have that extra kind of push for it, but I mean, it's not like exceptionally hard to access. I mean, push it over, very straightforward, pretty much reminiscent to me of the Slim Midi as far as that goes with the frame lock, but a little bit fatter and a little bit of kind of contouring to kind of grip it with there when you put your thumb in there. So that's pretty cool. Whenever you clear the detent, which is right there, right, clear that detent ball, and this thing just kind of drops shut like this. Shaking's not really necessary, I don't think. A little bit, but yeah, really good action on this one. Kind of a shake shut, but a very gentle shake shut. Flipper tab works pretty good. No jimping right there or anything. Would be kind of cool if maybe they had some jimping on there, but it works just fine. Not really any major complaints with that. You can fail it, but it's like that, man. Even failing it, it almost cleared the detent ball. So I mean, you'd have to be not paying attention or trying pretty much to fail it. Reverse flick off of that nice kind of horizontal slot there, fullered. I guess you call that a fuller hole, fuller opening hole. Reverse flick works really good. Locked in, very locked in right there. My index all the way against that flipper tab, pinky back here, and that is really comfortable. My fingers go all the way around it, so fairly thin handle overall. No jimping up here. I personally prefer there not to be, because I think that would kind of mess up the aesthetic. So if you pull back and you're kind of doing like, you know, not draw cut, but kind of like a pull cut, something like that, it does have that little bit of jimping there. And overall, locked in fully in that position right there. So That's pretty cool. So we did all the measurements. We talked about Doc Shiffer. I think that's about it, man. A nice backspacer. I really think that's cool. I didn't see that in the review that Skelton did. So there's that. I don't know if they added this, if that was because it's a V3, version 3, that it's got that backspacer. Kind of got some jimping on the backspacer there. I think it looks pretty neat. And I always appreciate a backspacer on the knife. That is one thing I wish they did with, I love this one, but no backspacer on those. I think you can buy them on McNeese's website, but it doesn't come with one, and that's pretty cool that this one does. These are not anywhere near as readily available as those Mac 2s. Right around the same price, actually. This one might actually, if you get the production, what, mid-tech version, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, if you get that version of it, I think they run around $500, so actually cheaper than that $600 Mac 2 3.5 sitting over there. So that's pretty cool. I like the frag pattern. Always was a pretty big fan of the frag pattern, and this thing just kind of glides shut, man. Really great action on it. Really easy to actuate. Really good in hand. You can grip it and feel like it's secure and locked in. No issues at all with that pocket clip. I don't have any. I mean, it's got the little swoop up. So this is one where you can kind of put it in your pants without having to, you know, use your other hand to reach around and push it in. And also pinch it right here. Pulls right out without pulling your pants up to your neck. Works good. You know, not a especially artsy or decorative pocket clip, but a titanium pocket clip that is function over form. And I mean, I don't think it looks bad at all. I have no issues with that. I mean, hate to keep going back to this one, but I mean, you know, that's function over form too. And I absolutely love that knife. I love this one. Would definitely like to get this one in the collection someday. Maybe not this, you know, this is Milton, this is going back to him, but maybe a different one. Flipper tab, at first I kind of got vibes that the flipper tab was going to be in the way. I prefer not to have flipper tabs on knives, but with this one it feels great. I mean, it's totally locked in. It's almost like a little finger guard right there to keep you from slipping up. Don't know if I got a close up or not. That's the logo. Nitro V on the blade steel on this one. Really super cool logo, man. I dig Doc Shiffer's logo. I think that's pretty neat. And no, check this other side. Yeah, no, ain't nothing else on it at all. Not even a blade steel. This is Nitro V, by the way. It says it on the COA that Milton sent me a picture of. So overall, pretty cool knife, man. I like that one, and very highly recommend them. I'm gonna put it in the Grails playlist, probably USA made too. And also I'll link it down in the description. I will also link mine and Milton's channel in the description, man. He has got a killer knife collection. Go check him out. He does mostly shorts, but he has a heck of a collection, some really nice ones. And again, thanks Milton for loaning me this cool knife, and thank you guys very much for watching, man. Again, if you have made it this far, I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Helps the algorithms out whenever you do that. Bell icon, turn on notifications. I always forget to tell people to do that, but that is actually really helpful. So whenever I do put out a video, you will get a notification. Or, you know, if I do a live ever again. I'm just kidding. I am definitely going to get back into doing lives, but yeah. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. And again, Milton, thanks. Awesome knife, the Doc Shiffer Recon version 3. And I will see you guys on the next one, man. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.